One take. Let's go. Greetings, subscribblers. I asked you way long ago to share some favorite bat species last minute. You all delivered wonderfully, so thank you for helping me settle on the final boss bats of this video. This Halloween month, I wanted to do a little themed something. I probably kind of overshot myself. I drew from last year's failed plan and from a comment from this lovely person here to draw some bats as vampire species stuff. I'm totally late for Halloween. This video is going up the Sunday after Halloween, but I can't really help that right now. This week's been crazy. I'll explain a little more as we go, so let's start drawing, shall we? My verse of the day today, something I really needed to hear, is Philippians 4:6-8. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. This was one of the most highly requested little cotton balls ever, and you guys were correct. This little bat is so needed. My original idea was to turn bat species into various vampire looks and vibes and stuff. I know the bat was actually named after the legend of the vampire, and the bat features don't really fit at all into original vampire correct lore, but I don't really care. I will turn these little guys into vampires, and nobody can stop me. I think I could have done this much better if I just took inspiration from the bat. Looking back, I definitely wish I'd taken more features from the bats themselves, but I kind of wanted a challenge, and I wanted to kind of study around about the people in the bat territories, instead of simply going along with the adorable little sausage guys. As one of the commenters called the bats sausages. I love it. Anyway, instead of just going along with just bats as an inspiration, I decided to combine the bats with the tribal people of the region they are currently found in, like specifically tribal people. For the Honduran white bat, those people are the Meleku tribe. The Meleku, I hope I'm saying that right, is one of several tribes in the Honduran bat's territory. But I had to settle on one people for every bat species. For the Meleku, what really caught my eye were their woven clothes, their grass skirts, their cool headbands with the feathers, and their brightly painted instruments. I immediately started a sketch, as you briefly saw in the beginning in my sketchbook, and set to work. I wanted a more interesting pose than something stagnant, so I gave her a drum. I chose a color palette of blues, yellows, and white, and tried to shape her features and teeth like the Honduran bats and the Meleku peoples. She is what I imagine a bat-based vampire in a tribal South American setting to look like, maybe a long time ago. They all kind of are like that, honestly. Just what if vampires, were all throughout history and stuff like that. Also, for this gal, I decided to make her look a lot more corpse-like than the others. The others look a lot more alive, and I tried something different with her. Alright, we have 4 dang bats to get through, so that's enough about little cotton ball here. You'll see her finished product at the end of the video. Time for our next bat. Alright, don't hate me. This one is not the vampire bat either. We'll get to him. I wanted a bat with an interesting head shape, and that was based in Africa. And this is what I got, honestly. After cross-referencing some maps, just like with the Meleku people, I found the hammer-headed fruit bat's territory, and I researched which tribes matched those locations, and I found the Akan tribe. Again, I don't know if I'm saying this correctly. What caught my eye for the Akan people were the images of their dances, their bright patterned clothing, and the images of all the chieftains holding their staffs and wearing these interesting headdresses. I think I flashed it earlier. I chose a palette of orange and gold and set to work making a tall, imposing chiefess. I don't know if having a chiefess is against their beliefs and practices, and I don't mean any disrespect by this decision. I simply felt the need to make her a strong TM woman, but the good kind, not the Disneyfied kind. The features I included from the hammer-headed bat are as follows: droopy, pointed ears, a larger nose, and large triangle teeth that fit together kind of like a cartoon shark's. From the Akan people, I borrowed the headdress crowns, the beautiful staffs, the brightly patterned clothing, and the colors. I think I could have done better on the staff, but I was running out of time again, and I wanted it to be simple, very simple. Honestly, even despite the constraints on my time and stuff, she turned out very regal in my opinion. Let me know what you think of her when you see her fully formed at the end of the video. At long last, what you have been waiting for, the true vampire. I chose the white-winged vampire for my bat inspiration and the Kayapo people for my base. Now this was the first ever drawing I made in this series and my first attempt at this whole thing, so I was very indecisive, still figuring things out. At first my drawing just kind of looked like a pointy-eared version of a Kayapo tribesman until I finally pulled it together, narrowed down my color palette, and vowed to take inspiration, not directly copy. That's the key. It's so hard to do that, I swear. Just take inspiration, don't directly copy. You probably noticed that I am drawing each vampire in the fanciest things I can find. It's less realistic for the everyday vampire look, but I really wanted to show off the distinct beauty of each culture's best looks, in a way. For the Kayapo people, what caught my eye and held it were the feathered headdresses, the body paint, and their unique lifestyle. They just so happened to live where the white-winged vampire species frequents, so it worked out pretty wonderfully. I'll be interrupting this program to thank the subscribblers and the members of this channel real quick, by the way. Hello, all. Thank you so much for returning to give your feedback and encouragement on my posts and my videos. It makes me smile every time I see a familiar profile picture and a new one. I'm like, oh hey, I haven't seen you before. Hello, welcome. For those of you who haven't joined the subscribbler militia yet, now is the time. Swear fealty. A special thanks to Embrace56, Sean at Dawn, Skelly, Silverflash Cloudwing, Cosmic Cadet, Entity X, and Crafty Crow. These are the knights and civilians, the nobles, and the royals of this bitty kingdom. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you for being here. I pray you never ever bump your elbow nerve again. Alas, I would thank you all much more, but we must return now to the Kayapo vampire. I'll be giving this vampire lad the same fangs and ears as a vampire bat and the body paint of the Kayapo people, but I'm going to change the body paint around a little bit and make it mimic kind of a bloodstained looking chin and the arteries in the human body, somewhat. I wanted to add more to these guys, like wings and cool bat-like structures like the noses and the squished up face of the vampire, but I was rapidly running out of time. Alright, one more bat to go. 4 bats, like 4 bats in one video. I overshot this. Anyway, you'll see this vampire lad later on in the video. I actually just realized I have not named these lads and lasses yet. What should their names be? If any ideas come to mind, drop them in the comments below. I'm kind of curious. The ghost bat just fits Halloween season, honestly. I simply had to include it. The ghost bat's territory roams much of the northmost coasts of Australia, if I'm remembering correctly, and it crosses over into the same territory as the Larrakia people. The Larrakia tribe looked really interesting to me, and it had the most information online that I could find out of the many peoples I looked into. It's hard to find information online about Australian Aboriginals. Anyway, the Larrakia people's white body paint, the bright red ceremonial clothes, and the powerful moves of their dances just really inspired me. I was eager to try and draw one of these like really cool movement-filled poses from my Millinote collage thing, and I was especially in love with this still image of the 2 dancers kicking up dirt around each other. It just looks so cool and moving and free and stuff. I'm taking the white fur from the ghost bat, and I wish I'd done the ears better. The ears as well, the teeth, and the face shape for this Larrakia vampire. I turned his hair white, his eyes red, and made his hands and feet clawed. His body paint will follow the general look of a Larrakia tribal dancer with a few added bits here and there. I definitely need to get better at teeth. Their vibrant red clothing inspired his eye color change, and it ties in really well with the broad headbands and the huge swaths of red everywhere. I love it. It's hard to choose favorites out of these guys, but he's definitely very high on my list, and I hope you guys like him just as much. Well, we have reached the end at last, and here are the promised arts. From South America to Africa to Australia, it's a lot of Thanks for being here to see this simple little idea come to life. If I were given another chance, I would 100% take more inspiration from true vampires and vampire lore, maybe add in a little more bat spice, maybe modernize the looks a little bit. I don't know. If you were given this prompt of turning a favorite bat into a vampire, what would you have done with it? There's kind of a lot that I wish I could have done, but only so much to narrow it down and actually do. Which bat would you have chosen? As always, have an awesome rest of your day, and I hope your Halloween went well. Here's to the rest of the fall and the start of winter. May the Lord bless you and keep you.